Nicole, Two Eyes to See, God's No Title Servant. Welcome to Wisdom Speaks through Nicole. There is going to be another part to this series that I'm going to speak on. I want to be a voice of reasoning in this hour. I have changed the names of some of the people that I'm going to speak about. Okay, but it's going to be very obvious when I say the names as to who I'm talking about. I do not care how you identify as black, African American, melanated people, whichever, okay? We can no longer stay in the past. We have to wake up. I have some information that many of you already know about, and some are clueless. I want to just take a few moments of your time to kind of clarify so we can understand what's going on, okay? Let's dive in. Guys, I'm going to move quickly so the video is not too long. You can always come back and listen to the replay. What is DEI and why is it dividing America? Let's look at why DEI was created and what it means. DEI is embracing the difference of everyone's race, age, religion, gender, or physical ability. It's treating everyone fairly and providing equal opportunities. It's also allowing a voice from those who would have viewpoints, ideas, and perspectives. Okay, that's what it means. Now let's see, why was it created? It was created because marginalized communities have not always had equal opportunities for jobs or felt a sense of belonging in a majority white corporate setting. Okay? DEI, okay, programs have come under attack in American boardrooms, state legislatures, and college campuses. Now we're having issues with it broadly across the federal government. Hours after he was sworn in, he began to work on the things that he promised that he would do, one of which was DEI considerations. The Republican White House also ordered employees of federal DEI offices to be put on paid administrative leave. Hear me well, listen. DEI is in the crosshairs of Department of Government Efficiency, which is led by millionaire Elon Musk. Last year, he quoted a statement about DEI. He said it's just another word for racism. How can DEI be another word for racism? Let's define racism and see if that's the case. Let's just define it. Racism is prejudice, discrimination by an individual, community, or institution against a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular race, typically one that is a minority. So let's think about that. If us said that DEI was just another word for racism, how? Let that sink in. How can DEI be another word for racism? No, DEI is another word to help keep things fair and hold people accountable. DEI changes are coming because wealthy corporate leaders, including billionaires, have denounced and condemned diversity programs on social media. Some United States companies, including one of the largest companies, Walmart, they have retreated and changed their mind on some of their DEI initiatives. Okay? DEI has also been used to criticize lawmakers and local officials. Let's look at one local official. Even if y'all don't know her, you know about the California wildfires. You know about that, right? So we have Los Angeles Fire Chief Kristen Crowley. She was under attack for her DEI efforts. She's recruiting and trying to make certain that we keep it in place, right? So she was criticized by us. He stated and said that she was the department's first female chief. Okay, she was. But why are you attacking her? You're attacking her because she's trying to make certain that these things stay in place. I'm going to stop there and move on. Former Vice President Iris also became a target for them. Last July, a Republican representative suggested that Iden only selected Iris because she was black. Okay? He quoted and said that 100% that Iris was only selected because she was black. Because he said she was abysmal. That means she's very bad and awful. So he's saying that the only reason she was selected was because of DEI. When did the workplace started embracing DEI? Here's when the workplace really started embracing DEI based on the findings and what's out there that you can go and read. When the nation was faced with the black father, George Floyd, that was killed in Minneapolis by the white police officer. DEI has been in practice for decades, right? But it was embraced during this time. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 outlawed employment discrimination based on race, religion, sex, and color. So here's the deal, guys. I'm stopping there because as I stated, I don't need it to be too long. But here's what I need you guys to get. It's going to be another part, so we stop in here. We have to regroup. There is no business as usual for those of you who are sitting in those churches on Saturdays and Sundays and one day for Bible study, which is twice a week. I have a disclaimer that I'm putting out. My disclaimer is that I'm not talking about every church. There are some churches being ran properly. Not talking about you. But I am talking about the vast majority. Listen, the buildings, my black people, my African American, my melanated people, whichever one you want to reference and say that you are, we have to do better. You cannot, for the next 4 years, the next 4 months, the next 4 weeks, the next 4 hours, the next 4 minutes, the next 4 seconds, based on how quickly he's moving, you cannot afford to just get lost in the shuffle and not know what's going on. You need help in all aspects of your life, not just biblical instructions. Some of you don't get that either, but for those of you who do, you still need the complete you nourished. Some of you do not even know the basic essentials of what a survival kit should have. You think if you have Band-Aids in there and alcohol in there, you're good. Many of you don't know the least expensive foods that you should purchase and stock up at your house to make certain that you're nourished properly. Instead, you're walking around, I love my pastor and I love my church family. Okay. Here is why we're going to stop pretending like when we go to our churches that they're helping us. We're going to stop it. There are people in leadership who can't lead. And we have one perfect example right now. We have plenty that has done things, but one right now floating through social media, Urfi, the big Atlanta church. He just pledged in a fraternity. How can he lead anyone? He can't lead himself. He's lost. He needs guidance. Where is he going to lead the people to? As I stated, I only mentioned him because he's the most recent. He just joined a fraternity serving a Greek god. That's demonic. That's demons. I don't care if you get mad. Sororities and fraternities are not of God. I have Bible for it. I don't have time to teach it right now, but I have taught it a couple of years ago with solid, sound scriptures to back me. The name of it was Unlearned at Hammond, the state of Louisiana, at the Court Marriott. I taught it. I know people are going to get upset and offended with me because I said some things that you don't want to hear. And I'm going to come back and say some more. But somebody has to speak the truth. It hurts. The truth hurts. And a hit dog will always holler. Why do y'all continue to fund and give your money? Many of you don't even have money to pay your own bills in your house, but you continue to give this money. You don't get no deliverance in the church. You're bound, you're depressed, full of suicide, lust, have all of these strongholds on you. The Bible states that God said he came to set the captive free. Luke 4:18. Oh, my bad. They can't tell you and help you to get deliverance because they full of demons themselves and living a lifestyle of sin. The leaders who do try to somewhat live holy, they don't have the Holy Spirit within them, so they don't have no power. Acts 1:8. All we do in church is tell the congregation, touch your neighbor and tell them this and that. How about we touch our neighbor and tell them we being deceived and we all serving the devil? John 8:44. Stop giving Pastor all those courtesy falls when he lay his hands and touch you and you lay on the floor and pretend like the anointing of God has hit you. There's nothing that has hit you except for the impartation of the demons that was in him or her is now in you. You know why? Because Satan can't cast out Satan. Mark 3:23. Back to the giving part. Back to the giving part. When is the last time your pastor has helped someone in the church who needed need without them having to go through a background check in order to get some of the money that they put in the church for the last 20, 30, 40 years? When is the last time they've helped somebody in the community? We're going to wait. We're going to wait, and we're going to continue to wait. You know why? We will wait so long that you can't remember because it's been that long. When you sit around and defend your pastor, okay, with the information that people call out and say that's wrong, as they're not of God, who are you really defending? When you defending him, you know the church is not where it's supposed to be because he's not leading properly and not doing what he's supposed to do, and it don't line up with scripture, and you defending. Whose side are you on? Are you on the Lord's side? That's the song you sing. How you on the Lord's side when you know that he on the devil's side? So who are you really defending? Let that go, Nicole. Keep moving. I come to say what I said, and I said it. I heard the Spirit of the Lord to tell me that they're going to buy them out. They're going to buy them out with money. It's going to be easy to buy them out. The big black African-American melanated churches, the leaders are going to be bought out. You know why they're going to buy them out? Because they know that they're only open for money anyway. Okay? They're not open to help anybody. I want you to do me a favor, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, send this link to at least 5 people. 5 is a number of grace and favor, which is something that we all need. You can send it to them in a text message, or you can send it to them via DM, Messenger, however. Just send it to them and then tell them to send it to 5 other people. You know why? Because there's a task that has to be completed. And if the churches and the 4 walls are not going to do it, God is going to have to rely on the people out here in the field to help his people. For those of you who need the help, for those of you who want the help is here. I just need your help. Your help, okay? How can you help me? I've just helped you. How can you help me? There are people who I need to reach, and I can't reach them without your help. Share it with the 5 people if you don't mind. Also, in the description of this particular video, I'm going to have Earthy acting a plumb fool and disrespecting God with that fraternity mess. I'm going to have the link so you can see that. And then I'm going to have the link of the live that I did the other night for those of you who would like to hear what it is that I've said. We're going to get what we need. God is speaking. God has sent help. You just in the wrong place under the wrong people. Help is here. You guys be blessed.